Hey guys, I'm your host and you're watching Wrestle AI. Let's dive straight into today's biggest WWE updates. We kick things off with some major breaking news. Rusev has officially re-signed with WWE. Yes, you heard that right. According to PW Insider, Rusev was recently seen at WWE headquarters in Stamford, and it has been confirmed that he has signed a new deal with the company. Now, there's a reason we're saying Rusev and not just Miro, because WWE is bringing him back under his old moniker. This means we're likely going to see the Bulgarian brute Rusev back in action very soon. Alongside Rusev, there are two other major returns confirmed for WWE, Rey Fenix and Aleister Black. Teasers for Aleister Black's return have already started appearing, and Rey Fenix is expected to make his SmackDown debut soon. The big question is, will WWE use Rusev and Aleister Black properly? We've seen WWE sign wrestlers just for the sake of making headlines, only to waste their potential. Just look at Andrade, he returned, but WWE hasn't done much with him yet. We hope this time WWE has some big plans for Rusev and Aleister Black. Speaking of Rey Fenix, in another huge development, Rey Fenix is all set to make his SmackDown debut. WWE officially announced his arrival, and reports suggest his first feud will be against Andrade. While some fans are questioning WWE's habit of pairing superstars of the same background against each other, this matchup has the potential to be an absolute show stealer. Wrestling experts believe that Rey Fenix might first compete in a one-off match against a local talent before officially starting his rivalry with Andrade. This is a smart move by WWE to establish him as a dominant force on the roster. Some even speculate that down the line, we might see Fenix teaming up with Rey Mysterio or even facing him in a dream match. Either way, expect some high-flying, jaw-dropping action when Fenix steps into a WWE ring. Next, let's talk about Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. You must have seen these viral photos by now. Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio are in India. I already mentioned this in the last video, and now more pictures have surfaced. Both of them are dressed in traditional Indian attire, Liv Morgan in a sari and Dominic in a kurta. They are enjoying their time, exploring the country, and making the most of their visit. When I first saw these images, I thought, is this even real? It looked like AI-generated photos. But no, they are real, and they are breaking the internet. Within just 4 hours, their pictures got over 300,000 likes on Instagram. That's the power of the Indian WWE fan base. WWE knows the influence of Indian fans. Nick Khan himself mentioned that out of WWE's 100 million YouTube subscribers, 30 million are from India. This is why WWE wants to strengthen its presence in the Indian market. Liv Morgan and Dominic's photos make them look like a real-life couple, though we know that's not the case. What do you guys think about their visit? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to our next story. Bronson Reed has been out of action since War Games due to an ankle injury, but we now have an update on his return. According to WrestleVotes, Bronson Reed is expected to return to WWE around SummerSlam. Not only is he set to return, but WWE is also planning to give him a major push. If you remember, WWE originally had big plans for Reed after Survivor Series War Games, but his injury derailed everything. He was possibly being considered for a major WrestleMania storyline, but now the focus will be on building his momentum towards WrestleMania 42 next year. Recently, we've seen updates about multiple injured superstars. Ilya Dragunov is expected to return around September. Asuka could return around May. Tonga Loa is set for a June comeback. And now Bronson Reed will be back in summer. WWE clearly has long-term plans for Bronson Reed. Let's hope he gets the push he deserves and maintains his momentum all the way to WrestleMania 42. Now let's talk about Jake Paul's potential WWE involvement. In a recent interview with Newsweek, Jake Paul was asked if he'd ever consider wrestling in WWE. His response? He'd be down to be Logan Paul's manager, Paul Heyman style. However, he doesn't believe his body is built for the athleticism and chaos that WWE requires. In his words, "I feel like I would break my back." Now, love him or hate him, Jake Paul is a decent boxer. Sure, some of his fights may have scripted elements, but you can't deny he has skill. But even he acknowledges that WWE is on a different level of toughness. Even Logan Paul has mentioned before that wrestling in WWE is way more demanding than boxing, given the high-risk moves involved. So, while we may not see Jake Paul wrestling anytime soon, his presence as a manager for Logan Paul could be a game changer. Let's shift gears to WrestleMania 41. As I previously reported, WWE will begin constructing the WrestleMania 41 stage. In some days, but now, Allegiant Stadium confirmed the construction will begin in just 2 days. You can see the screenshots here. They've already tagged Allegiant Stadium, confirming that work is about to begin. This is happening 15 to 16 days before WrestleMania, which suggests that WWE might be planning something big. If it was just a basic underground entrance, they wouldn't need so much time. But the fact that they're starting early means we could see an elaborate set design. As always, I'll keep you guys updated on all the latest leaks and sneak peeks. Moving on, let's talk about Brock Lesnar. Recently, Lesnar has been making multiple public appearances, which is quite rare for him. New pictures of Lesnar have surfaced from a backstage event, and as always, the Beast Incarnate looks absolutely jacked. Just look at those biceps. This man is still an absolute monster. Lesnar was seen having a great time, laughing, and even enjoying some music. There's a clip where he is around a guitar, just vibing. This is interesting because Lesnar usually stays away from the public eye, but recently, we've seen him more than ever. Not too long ago, he was spotted shopping with his daughter, and now these latest images have surfaced. Could this mean he's preparing for a return? While there is no official confirmation about his WWE comeback, one thing is certain. Lesnar is still in top shape, and whenever he returns, he will dominate like always. Lastly, one of the biggest stories in WWE right now revolves around CM Punk and Paul Heyman. Recently, a past segment from 2013 has resurfaced, fueling speculation about what Paul Heyman's promised favor to CM Punk could be. If you remember, back in 2013, Paul Heyman told CM Punk during a promo, "One day I will walk down that aisle with you when you challenge for the WWE title in the main event of WrestleMania." At that time, it seemed like just another promo, but now it looks like WWE might actually be making it a reality. So how does this connect to WrestleMania 41? Well, on SmackDown, Paul Heyman told CM Punk, "You will close the show at WrestleMania." If this is true, it could mean that Heyman is planning to help Punk win his match on Night 1, allowing him to advance to Night 2 and compete for the WWE Championship. Imagine this scenario. CM Punk faces Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns on Night 1, and Paul Heyman secretly interferes, helping Punk win. Then, on Night 2, with Paul Heyman's favor, Punk goes on to face Cody Rhodes or even John Cena in the main event for the WWE Championship. If he wins, this would complete a storyline nearly 12 years in the making. This theory has gotten fans buzzing because WWE is known for revisiting long-term storytelling. Could Heyman betray Roman and align himself with CM Punk? Could he be setting Punk up as the next big main event star? We'll have to wait and see, but all signs point to something major happening at WrestleMania. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Paul Heyman setting up a master plan to bring CM Punk back to the top? That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more WWE news and updates. See you in the next one.